Good afternoon, good morning, guys, good evening from wherever you're watching, guys. Thank you once again for being here with me, for watching and tuning into this amazing YouTube channel, guys. So today, the topic I have for you today is all about self-righteousness. What is self-righteousness and what it entails to be able to be called a self-righteous person? The first thing you have to do in order to love God more and to be self-righteous is to think about what God can do in your life. What can God do for you? What can God do in your life that can make you become a self-righteous person? A self-righteous person is that person who is clean before men, not before God. That is what we call self-righteous. You're clean before men. But if you want to be clean before God, then you're called a righteously right kind of a person, because it is still the same thing as being self-righteous. You're clean before men and you're clean before God. So sometimes these things confuse, by the way. You end up being clean before people, but you forget that there is somebody somewhere you're supposed to be clean for, and that is God, your Father. So always make sure that you're clean before God as well. And how do you become clean before God? You become clean before God by thinking more about God, not more about you. That is all God wants from us. Think more about Him and let Him control you. Let Him be the one to order you. Let Him be the one to do the best things for you. Everything that you're doing, let it be Him only. That means that you're now self-righteous before Him. And if you're self-righteous before men, it means you're doing things to please men, not God. And sometimes you may do wrong things that are not pleasing to God, but then they're pleasing to men, because you are being controlled by men, not men. And when I say men, I mean human beings, not God. So sometimes let us just sit back and think about who we are and who we want God to be in our lives. Who do we want God to be in our lives? Do we want Him to be the God of the universe over everything else in our lives? Or do we want Him to be just God in our life? But then, all in all this depends on our self-righteousness, because we have to know what to do at what time. So at this point, this is what God is saying. Be self-righteous, yes, and be kind to everyone else around you. That is the meaning of everything that He has given us. He wants us to be self-righteous, but then He wants us also to be kind to everyone around us, because that is one of the best gifts He has given us. Because we fail to be kind to people simply because we are trying to be so much clean to please people, we end up hurting others in the process, doing so many wicked things that may harm other people. For example, right now you're supposed to do something for God, but then you remember there's something else you're supposed to do for somebody else who is not God. So you end up leaving this one for God and doing that which you're doing for other person, so that you prefer Him more than God, and you do everything for Him better than you do it for God. That is not what God wants of us. God wants us to put Him first. Consider Him first. Let Him be the priority in our lives, so that when He blesses us knowing that these are my righteous children who love me so much. So today's message was brought about by the fact that I have been going through a lot myself, and I did not know who to turn to. I was looking around to see who can help me, but then I realized it was only God who can come through for me. So that is why this message came upon me. It was a message that I was given by God, our Father. He's the only one who gave me this message and told me, Helen, today I want you to talk about self-righteousness to these people, because that is the only thing that you lack. Because as you try to be kind, you try to be a good person, but then things happened to you that made you realize that God is not the only person that you should rely on. So now, right now, I want you to know that you can rely only on God and be perfect, and that is all you have to do. You don't have to think about any other thing, but think about only God, and everything will be perfect for you. So for example, right now, We are here today, we are very happy. But we don't know that tomorrow lies in God's hands. Only He can control what will happen tomorrow. So if you know what is good for you, think about God and let Him be the best person that you can ever have in your life. Let Him be the one to control you and to show you the best things that you're supposed to do for your life. So self-righteous people are the best people to have around because they know who God is and they know what God can do for them. Whatever it is that they know, it's not what God wants them to know. It is what man wants them to know, because they know that they are good people, yes, but they consider men more than God. They put men first before God, and that makes God not happy around them, not happy for them, because it is a gift for you to be able to talk about God. That is a special gift. But it is a gift for you to be able to talk about your feelings about men as well. Men, as I mean human beings, yes. So sometimes we forget that God is not the one who brought us this far alone. He used men to bring us this far. So we need men in our lives. We need human beings in our lives. So sometimes things may not work out the way we want them to, but all we know... Hi, Mama.
Is the guitar?
Guitar is not here. I'll tell you. Go and sit there. I'm coming to tell you.
Okay, I wanna play something.
I'm coming to show you how to play guitar. Just sit over there. I'm coming.
My iPad is 5% and I need to use it.
I'm finishing something here, then I will tell you. Let me finish. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. As we are talking about self-righteous people, is the gift that God has given us. Those are people who are kind to others, kind to their neighbors, kind to their friends. But then we forget that people can also be self-righteous only because of what they want. They are targeting their own feelings. Yes, that's why they're self-righteous. Only what they want is what they see, is what they want everyone else to see, because that is all they know. They don't know how to be kind to others without expecting anything in return. They want people to bless them, yes, but not because they want God to bless them. They want people to be the ones to bless them, not knowing that every blessing should come from above. So let us think twice before naming people or calling names when it comes to self-righteousness. That so and so is self-righteous, is a righteous kind of a person. No. Think of them as people that God wants to use. So God is molding them, and that's why they're like that. He is molding them into the best person He wants them to be. So be kind to everyone around you. Be kind to your children. Be kind to everybody you may come across, because you never know who God wants to use. At this point, anyone can be used. Anyone at any point can be used to bless us. Blessings come from above, and it comes in different forms and in different ways. So whoever is being used, God knows why He's using them. So don't be a self-righteous person who undermines what God is saying to Him about others. Because sometimes you may think that you're perfect, so you don't need any other person to tell you anything or to advise you. But God is here just to say that you can be advised by people, because He can use people to advise you and show you the right path, because He has used people before, and He will always use people to advise us. So we are not self-righteous because we are perfect. We are self-righteous because God wants us to be self-righteous. That is the kind of love that He has in store for us, the love that can never fade, the love that is here for us, the love that God wants us to always have, because it's the kind of love that is pleasing to Him, and it brings Him the best aroma that no one else can ever give Him. Love one another, be kind to one another, trust in God, and trust in whatever He is telling you, because whatever He is telling you is whatever He wants to tell you and He wants you to do. So as a human being, let us learn to trust in God, be kind to people around us, be kind to God himself, because we fail to be kind sometimes. We are so harsh to God, but God wants us to know that he loves us either way. He loves us no matter what. He loves us in everything that we do. We should trust in him and be kind to him as well. So don't let us not forget to be kind to the poor as well. As we are growing, let us grow together so that we love each other, knowing that God has blessed us together. He has put us together for a reason. And for this reason is because he wants us to be together as a family, loving each other, taking care of each other. So don't forget to take care of your loved ones and taking care of the poor people around you. Because mystery that we have is that God doesn't care about others except us. That is the only thing that is an obstacle in our life. We always think that God cares only about us, but not others. But no, God cares about us and he cares about others. And he wants us to be together as family, loving each other, taking care of each other, and taking care of the children he has placed in our hands. Whoever God has placed in your hand is a child to you. Whether it's a grown-up, somebody older than you, the fact that he is in your hand, it means it's a child to you. Not that they are children, but it's somebody you're supposed to take care of, the way you take care of a small child, guiding them, providing for them, showing them the right path, showing them the right direction they should take. So today we are going to be talking about how God transformed everything for somebody we know about, and that is Apostle Paul. Yes, how God changed everything for him. We all know Apostle Paul was one of those people that God used mightily to bless other people. So the story of Apostle Paul is a long story, so it's something we cannot talk about right now. But the only point that I wanted to bring about is that Apostle Paul loved God and he loved the church so much because God had made him that way. He was not that way before. Before, he was just a normal human being, just living his normal life, persecuting God's children and doing all the wrong things that God did not want. But when God appeared to him and came to him, he was transformed into the best person ever, and God used him mightily to bless his children. So God is using you today to bless somebody. Let it be a blessing that's pleasing to God, a blessing that God wants to use for his own glory. So shine for the light of God to shine in your life, so that at the right time you are going to be blessed, because God does not want us to remain behind. He wants us to be blessed. He wants us to be kind. He wants us to show love to others, and he wants others to show us love. So as we give whatever we have, let us be ready to receive the best from God, because God is giving us the best and he is training us as we go. He's showing us the right things to do. He's giving us the right path that we are supposed to take, so that we don't end up talking about the same thing every day, so that every day we have a new topic for new things, so that as you teach out there, showing people what they're supposed to do, God will guide you and show you the best direction he wants you to take. So we may not take the right direction right now, but we are taking the direction that God wants us to take. So we don't know which direction we are going. All we know is that we are going the right direction that God wants us to go, and that direction is the best direction ever. So don't ever lose hope. Don't ever look down on anyone. Don't ever look down on yourself at all. Be pleased that you are here today because of his own blessings and understanding over your life. He understands you and he knows who you are. He blesses you because you are his child and he loves you so much. So for that reason, we are coming to an end of this video. So guys, make sure you subscribe. And if you're here for the first time, guys, don't forget to subscribe and give me a like as well. Comment on my comment section. And if you're a returning subscriber, I'm saying thank you to you. I'm very grateful to you for always returning to watch my videos. So guys, thank you so much, and let's meet in my next video, guys. Thank you.